Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back. Hey, hope your bags are packed. Come on, welcome back. Hey, hope your bags are packed. Hey, welcome back. Hey, hope your bags are packed. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been a while. Like you guys probably just been seeing my shorts, me dancing. But yeah, guys, shorts are literally the easiest content to create. Like 5 minutes, little bit of embarrassment in the city center, and you're done. But obviously sit down video take a lot more time, and we have to like sit down, we have to talk. And but I thought, you know what, it's been a while since we had a chit chat, like, and I thought, okay, stop some makeup, let's go. So today, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about Ifunanya's story. So some of you guys have not if some of you guys have not seen this story, you should go on TikTok, check it out. Like, it went viral, and I just took my time to like truly like simulate and like take my time to like come back with my commentary, because I don't want to say something too rushed. And on top of that, also I was like, girl, when's the story gonna finish? Like, when are we gonna get the happy ending? Anyway, so if you guys know, I'm going to tell you what it was, so that we can talk about the 5 most important things that we could all learn from this story, because I think there's so much wisdom in this story. So basically, Ifunanya is a girl that lived in the United States. Her father was from Nigeria, and he decided that after like living in the state for about 25 years, he decided that he wanted to go back and live his retirement years in Nigeria, like, you know, go Igbo boy, like go back to Nigeria. And it's like, okay, cool, fine, whatever. Now, when he went back to Nigeria, he was contacting his daughter, Ifunanya. Obviously, she's not the only child. They just put her out there. He was contacting his child, and like they were keeping in contact and all that stuff. And then after a while, like the girl stopped hearing from her dad. She was just talking to her auntie and her uncle, saying like, "Where's my dad?" And then they're like, "Yeah, your dad's fine. You know, he's gonna be okay." Da, da, da. And they started like making stories, but then in her heart, she felt like, nah, man, something must be wrong with my father. Like, where is my dad? Like, you lot get my dad out here, or this conversation is over. So they were like, started getting scared, thinking, whoa, what's she gonna do? So obviously she flew from the States to Nigeria to go and see her dad. And then she gets there, her auntie Joyce, she had like a pile of like sand in front of the door. Her uncle as well had like basically they were blocking access to her door. And obviously she's very religious, like she was talking to the Holy Spirit, and then she was letting the Holy Spirit guide her through her actions and stuff like that. And she thought eventually to get her dad back to the state. And it was so emotional, because a lot of the time, when especially the first time when she finally got to see her dad and realized that her dad had been in a state, like he was in his own house. Like, I would understand if he was that boring, like if you're in someone else's house, but he was in his own house, yeah, and he was being treated like shit, right? And then by his siblings, like blood. And basically she was shocked, but then she let the Holy Spirit tell her, because the Holy Spirit told her that she wasn't going to take her dad that day. And I was thinking, raw, like, babe, you left your dad. But then I thought to myself, like, this was a spiritual war, it was not a physical war, like, at all. So basically she fought and got even herself and her dad like first business class ticket to go back to the United States. And eventually her mom and dad got back together, because the dad and mom had separated because the family of the dad didn't like her dad. So they got back together. So when this happened and he realized that his family actually wasn't it, so he got back with his wife, with his kids, and was like, you know, I'm going to be the family man that I deserve to be, and let my wife love upon me and all these things. So it was like really emotional. I might insert some clips here for like the last part, because that part was really beside me, and that is all that matters. You are the covenant keeping God. You are the covenant keeping God. Really emotional to me, and I was just waiting for that to come out, because I was like, I don't want to start commenting when I don't know the full story. Unfortunately, Auntie Josephine passed away, one of the evil aunties. But now, these are the 5 lessons to me. If you follow the story, or if you want to go and check it out before you come back and come back to me or listen to me first before you go and check your own. Anyways, this is what I believe, right? These are the 5 most important things that we as people, we need to learn from this story, right? The first lesson is like your direct family. This is especially for parents. Like, I don't think it's necessary for us kids, right? I think it's more for parents. Like, if you're like a parent watching this channel, yeah, I believe your child must be first before your sister or your brother or your siblings in general, right? Because I feel like some parents sometimes make the mistakes of putting your siblings before your kids. Because if the father never loved her, yeah, she would have never been stressed. And I feel like if that had been my case, where like my parent didn't care about me, like, and they didn't check for me, like, why would I be going to Nigeria to look for you? Why? Ask me, because I'm not going to go there. Like, and it's like it's not even to be malicious or to be like anything here, but like at the end of the day, if her dad hadn't been close with the kids, like, I can understand like that wasn't that great with like the wife and stuff like that, but thank God, yeah, he had been close with his daughter enough for her to feel his absence and to be able to be like, rah, where's my dad at? And she was also available. Doesn't mean that he wasn't that close with the other kids, don't get it twisted, but it was good enough to the fact that she would be able to be like, listen, where's my dad? Let me know so that I can go and get him. And so that's what I mean. Like, if you're a parent and you're letting your sibling before your kids, don't be surprised. Because I've seen some parents on the internet go, yeah, this is why, like, if you raise your kids right, make sure you're raising your kids right. Because if my parents be calling me and you have not called me in 5 years and 2 years, you don't care what I'm doing with my life, and you go off missing, do you think I will care? No. But if you had been that person present in my life, constant and all this stuff, yeah, if you do live like there's a disconnect, then you obviously will go looking. Do you know what I mean? Secondly, right, physical battles are different from spiritual battles, okay? And this is what I meant by the point when I said that, when she said that she was listening to Holy Spirit to be able to tell her that, listen, you're not going to collect your dad this day. And I saw a lot of people getting angry, like, what do you mean? But then that's when I realized that spiritual battles, listen carefully, spiritual battles are not the same as physical battles. That was from the beginning to the end a spiritual battle. Why? Because nothing made sense in the physical. Like, logic wasn't existing. And obviously when logic is not logicking, then that means it must be spiritual. Like, what do you mean? And I think we can learn a great deal by the fact that, you know, we need to fight spiritual battles first spiritually. Yeah, there's no need to come to a gunfight with swords. Like, you're gonna lose. You're gonna think you're coming out from your village with like a Batman until you meet someone from the West End. He's got guns, yeah, and horses. You're walking around with your machete thinking, yeah, you're bad, and you're not, okay? But yeah, so I think that was like probably the most powerful one, where she was like listening to intuition. The third thing that I think a lot of people, I didn't see a lot of people that commented on this, and I was thinking like, why is nobody thinking this? But I thought, okay, never mind. Guys, you and your pastors, yeah, there's a lot of churches out here, yeah, where you're not actually servicing the Holy Spirits. You are after your pastors, talking about, oh, Pastor John said this, Pastor John said. Have you ever prayed for yourself? I'm not saying like a pastor is just like a mentor, right? Like when you're in business or in anything, it's just like a mentor. But babe, come closer. Have you actually sat down in your own prayer and said, God, like, I want to talk to you, come through, like, let me, like, try and draw God out? Have you? I don't think so. And I think that's like one of the things where, like, it's like a lot of the times, like, we're just idolizing these people. I went to one church one time when I was at uni, yeah, and because obviously I don't care about what church, like, if you're but as long as I think it's Christian, I'm there. And I got to this church here, and there's people all the time about, oh, Pastor John, Pastor John. But I said, who is Pastor John? He and the Lord mighty. I don't. Does he know my birthday? For me to be here doing a, oh, we're gonna go to Pastor John's. And then I saw like a lot, even like a lot of, there's some girls here on TikTok, I think, every time, like, if you disrespect my holy father, like, babe, he is still a human being with flaws, with everything. You do know you actually could teach him something, like, do you know? Anyway, fourth thing that I think we could learn from this is resilience. Okay, because the fight is not the easiest, because even when her dad got to the US, yeah, after all that charade, yeah, the uncle in the United States, Uncle Gabriel, decided to bring himself into the care home to try and sign power of attorney to his own like, even when you think you're out of danger, you're still in danger. You never stop praying. You never stop searching for the word of Lord. Like, honestly, like, it's just. And the fifth and final thing that I think we could all learn from this is, even though God's way might not be the way that you expected, trust it, because at the end of the day, it still makes sense. It still makes the most sense.